like that and keep us in the game. So we'll see what happens tonight. We're not we're not full strength in the bullpen, but we're not depleted either.
On the other side of that matchup tonight is Tommy Shirley, a guy who you haven't seen yet this year, one of the few Lancaster pitchers that has not faced the Revs this year. A lefty, you stacked the lineup, all right-handers and switch hitters against him. What are you expecting to see from him?
Well, my guess is going to be change-ups down and away to the right-handed hitters, and probably some kind of back foot, breaking ball, maybe a cutter down and in, or some type of slider down and in on the right-handers to just try to bury the ball down at their back right foot. So that's going to be my guess. He may come out and throw all fastballs, I don't know, but usually with left-handers in this league, there is a change-up involved somewhere which he's going to try to get you to roll over on, so we'll keep an eye out for that.
All right, Mace, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Outstanding job by the Bobcat Marching Band from Northeastern High School, and school just getting back in session, but those band units, I'm sure, have a couple of weeks in over the summer to get ready for the start of football season and whatnot. And in the York Adams League, that will begin this coming Friday night. And we'll talk more about that as we preview that in the week to come. Right now, the Revs have taken the field for tonight's game. A wrap on our pregame show. And Victor Mateo in his warm-ups. Lancaster's lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Bo Amaral, who played a big role last night, he's in center, leading things off. Garrett Weber at third base will hit second. Cole Garner in right field bats third. Sean Halton, the cleanup man, is in left field. Steve Clevenger at first base bats fifth. Nate Coronado, who did not play last night, but well enough to get in there tonight at shortstop, hitting sixth. Josh Bell will DH and bat seventh. Lance Zawadzki at second base, hitting eighth. Anderson De La Rosa will catch and hit ninth. Again, Amaral, Weber, Garner, Halton, Clevenger, Coronado, Bell, Zawadzki, and De La Rosa for the Barnstormers. For the Revs tonight, it's Alonzo Harrison right leading off. Alexi Casilla at second base, bat second. Isaias Tejeda will DH and bat third. Talvin Nash in the cleanup spot playing at first. Luis Cruz will catch and hit fifth. Tyrone Verona in left field bats sixth. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hitting seventh. Chase Simpson at third base bats eighth. And Travis Witherspoon in center will bat ninth. Again, Harris, Casilla, Tejeda, Nash, Cruz, Verona, Dent, Simpson, and Witherspoon for the Revs. And again, those lineups brought to you by Flying Feet. Victor Mateo ready to go. He's 6-7 with a 3.88 ERA, which ranks 10th in the league in 21 starts. Revs are in their navy blue tops tonight. Lancaster in the red jerseys. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. Mateo will work out of the stretch as always. And this time he sets and delivers just outside. Underway at 6:33. It's an 80-degree night with sun shining. Amaral hitting 302. The 1-0. And he lines it right over Mateo's glove and up the middle. And an eye-opening shot. That was scary when you see it leave the bat at that rate of speed right back toward the pitcher. Fortunately, over Mateo. Unfortunately, unable to get a glove on it. And Amaral starts the night with a hit. So leadoff man on. I wish we could share every joke that happens up here. Here is Garrett Weber, the third baseman. First pitch is over for a strike. Weber, who provided the game winner last night, RBI single in the 10th inning. He's hit .398 the last 14. .306 overall, which is tied for 6th in the league. Nash holds the runner. Pitch is a check swing slider, appeal to first. He went. And Mateo ahead 0-2. Our plate ump tonight, James Clayton. Bill Reuter at first base. Frank Urilli at third base. Right now he's out near second. 0-2. And it misses just outside. Amaral, who in the red system coming up, had a 40 stolen base year, but in 34 games with Lancaster, only 2 steals, caught 3 times. Mateo with the 1-2, and a ground ball to third. Simpson to his left, got the big hop, throws to second, the turn to first, got him! 5-4-3 double play. Casilla hangs in there on the turn. He was taken out, but makes the throw to first, and around the horn to clear the bases, 2 outs.
And again, Chase Simpson playing really fine defense as of late. Yesterday, he had a ball that stayed down on him that he went down and stabbed. Tonight, the ball skipped up on him off the lip. He stays with it. And a perfect 5-4-3 turn by the Revs.
2 down, and Cole Garner will dig in. He really squishes the bug as he stands into the box. Really got that right foot planted, and he swings and pops the first one up toward the line and right. It's Zoe out there tonight in right field, sprinting into foul ground. Cannot make the grab right near the tarp. Not sure what he came up against other than that tarp down there. He had to go a long ways and got close, but he's a little bit gimped as he makes his way back to right. I'm not sure if he had to slide for it. It's hidden from our view. But on a sprint, he covered some ground and gave it a good effort.
It's always scary when guys charge hard down towards either corner because the sidewalls here are not padded, just concrete. And like you said, he did have that tarp down there that would have provided him some protection, but
here's a line drive down the line, in left. It's a fair ball, and that'll roll toward the corner. Verona will chase down the carom. He guns it to second on a hop, but Garner's in standing. Now a 2-out double, and Mateo not out of the first just yet. I see a Phillies A.J. Burnett jersey in the stands. Don't see too many of those around. That was not the greatest stop on his tour.
I was going to say, he's a guy who you can have a handful of different jerseys from.
And almost any of them would be better than his time there. Here is Sean Halton, who tied the game last night, unfortunately, for the Revs. League leading 80th and 81st RBIs, 5 RBI lead on the rest of the pack. First pitch is down and in. Leads in home runs with 24. He's batting .264. Garner at second with 2 outs. Barnstormers with 2 hits off Mateo. 1-0, and it missed away. 2 balls, no strikes. Luis Cruz back there with him tonight. Tejeda DHing. After spelling Cruz for a night last night, Luis had caught all 4 games against Somerset. The 2-0, and there's a strike. Mateo, last time out, 5 innings, 2 runs, got the win against Somerset 11-2 on Monday, the day that the Revs came back from Sugar Land. They scored 8 in the first inning. Never looked back. 2-1, and a cutter just missed. Down and away, appeal to first, no swing. Mateo's allowed 3 earned or fewer in 4 straight starts. 3.65 ERA on that stretch. 2-1 record. It's only his 2nd start all year against Lancaster. Now ready at the belt. The 3-1. And a towering fly ball way up there, but I believe foul down the line and left, and it is. That thing did not. Oh, it was caught. Verona made the grab in the corner. Couldn't even see him. That thing was a mile up, and it had 0 hook to it. It actually ended up in play, and Verona makes the grab. When that thing left the bat, I thought there was no way it would stay in play, but it had 0 hook, and it came down by the corner with Dyrone underneath it. So the first inning, the top half is complete. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. And we've played a half. It's the Barnstormers nothing, and the Revs coming up.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event is on, featuring Outlander Sports starting at $18,735 or 0% financing available for up to 72 months. Right now, $2,500 off all 2017 Mitsubishi Lancers or the 2017 Outlander with standard 7-passenger seating and discounts rebates up to $4,000. York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event with a great selection and over 70 cars available. York Mitsubishi just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue in York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Sale ends 8/31.
This is Brad Allen. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Reds come to bat in the bottom of the first inning against lefty Tommy Shirley, who comes into this one 2-4, 6.57 ERA in 10 outings, 8 starts. 38 and a third innings, 52 hits. Opponents have hit 327 off of him, 17 walks, 23 strikeouts. And Alonzo Harris will get it going. Shirley ready to work. The lefty with the high socks tonight deals. Harris shows a bunt, twists back, and it missed inside. He's 4th in the league in hitting, 323, 5th in home runs with 18. Leads the league in slugging. Pitch is on the outside corner, a called strike. Of the top 5 in the league in home runs, he is certainly built the slightest of all of the home run hitters. Pitch is ripped, base hit to left. And he lines a single to start the night for the Revs offense. His 122nd of the year, 3rd in the league. Don't like a little speed guy, but all that power, and he lines a single to start it off.
And they were playing him that way, but Weber at third has to respect the fact that Harris can bunt as well, so he was in a couple steps, but Coronado, the shortstop, certainly shaded towards the hole. He still beat him there.
Here's Casilla, who's only hitting .509 off lefties. 7-game hitting streak. And pitch to him. He swings, lines it the other way and right. Garner was shallow. He comes way in and makes the grab. Now Casilla, a little air under that liner, and Garner able to get to it, but he had him played perfectly way in right field. That's about as shallow as you'll ever see a catch made on a liner in the outfield. One down, and Tejeda will follow.
And that's a big play because with Garner playing shallow, he was able to come in and make the catch. If that ball gets down, I think Harris easily goes first to third.
Tejeda, before he got in, his left elbow guard somehow fell off, so we'll give him a sec. He's DHing tonight, third in the league in batting, .324. 15 homers, fourth in RBIs with 68, tied for the lead in hits with 136. 9 games in a row with a hit. Shirley deals, missed outside. Had a 2 for 5 night last night following 4 hits in his return on Thursday night. Now move to first, Harris back, wasn't far off. Does lead the team with 22 steals. Tejeda hitting .436 on his 9-game hitting streak. No score here in the bottom of the first. Stretch from Shirley. Holds the 1-0 and a foul back off the net. Revs seeing him for the first time since spring training. He had suffered an early season injury. And again, only his 11th outing, his 9th start. His last start on Monday, he was rained out. And a toss over to first. Back standing is Harris. He had thrown 3 shutout innings against Southern Maryland, 1 hit, but that was washed away. Lancaster was up 1-0. Now ready. And the 1-1 Harris runs, swinging a pop fly right field. Garner is under it, waiting for it to come down. And he'll catch it as Harris gets his feet back on first. So he tried to run there on a 1-1 count, but a fly out, 2 down. The Revs with Jared Mitchell and Michael Burgess both on the bench tonight against the lefty. Nash will hit cleanup. He steps in.
And as Tejeda made his way down to first, running out that pop fly, he tapped Harris on the backside as if to say, my bad, you had that base stolen.
Now we'll see if he tries to go again at some point during Nash's AB. Certainly when Talvin's up, you want to be sure you're going to make it. Not take the bat out of his hands. First pitch is outside and low.
And Shirley has a really interesting delivery. He comes straight over the top from the left side, but it's almost as if his front side and his lower half get out in front of his arm, and then he kind of pauses and slingshots it straight over the top.
1-0. And a fastball on the outer edge, a called strike. That draws a look back from Talvin.
Really exaggerates the follow through too. You almost see the numbers on his uniform as he hunches over, finishing all the way to the ground.
There's the stretch. Long pause, the 1-1, and a swing and a fly to right again. Garner hustles in. It's a long run for him, and oh, he makes a one-hand basket grab in shallow right near the line. He was playing deep and toward the gap for Nash to pull, and he really had to sprint and got there. Harris a leadoff single. Revs unable to capitalize. They leave him, and we go to the second. No score.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Gladfelder, Anstat Communications, RG Group, RKL, Buchard Horn Incorporated. The York County Economic Alliance. Together we prosper. Visit YCEA-PA.org.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
At the York County Solid Waste Authority, we urge residents to properly dispose of household medications. That's why we put secure medication drop boxes in 16 police departments. Drop old meds off for free. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Second inning, no score. Steve Clevenger leads it off for Lancaster as Mateo misses high. Now each team with a runner left on in the first inning. Clevenger, the 5-hole hitter. Pitch is on the outside corner, a called strike. Left-hand batter who has caught a bit for them, but playing at first base so far this series. The 1-1, and it's high and wide, a changeup. A lot of time in the big leagues behind the plate. 170 games over 6 seasons with the Cubs, Orioles, and Mariners. The 2-1, and he slaps it on the ground and off the glove of Simpson on a dive. It'll skip into shallow left, a base hit. Now, Simpson was off the line with the lefty hitting, which allowed him to get to that almost out towards shortstop, but on the dive, poked it right off the end of the glove. An infield hit. Here is Nate Coronado, who we did not see last night. He had missed a couple of games, a little bit banged up, but back in there at short for them tonight. Hitting .354, 4 home runs in 38 games played. On the road, he's batted .409. Mateo the pitch, and it's a called strike, a cutter. We mentioned Mateo, only one other start against Lancaster, and it was a good one. A 3-1 win on the road June 3rd. 7 innings, 1 run on 4 hits. The 0-1, and a chopper foul, third base side. Coronado, along with Amaral, Clevenger, even Garner, who we had seen in the past, all guys that the Revs have yet to see before this series. A lot of roster turnover through the middle of the season for Lancaster. Coronado signed at the All-Star break. He swings here, fouls this one away, right field side.
Yeah, really the only guys in their lineup so far this series that the Revs have seen multiple times are Anderson De La Rosa, Sean Halton, although now he's playing more outfield, and then Garrett Weber, who was in and out of the lineup in the early going, but became a mainstay towards the end of the first half.
On the road 2, and a swing and a miss. He chased in the dirt. Cruz blots it. Coronado ran, but he's out with first base occupied. Mateo with his first strikeout of the night. 1 away here in the second inning. Josh Bell to the plate now. Plan was not for Bell to have played 33 games at this point, all in the last 2 months, almost to the day, but his 34th game played, DHing. Last night he played third. First pitch is outside to the switch hitter batting left. Hitting .257 with 3 home runs, 2 of those right here in York, including last night to open the scoring. And then an RBI hit in the middle innings. It's the 1-0 and a check swing, and he went on a slider. Well, everybody in the yard could see it except for the guys making the call, and that should have been an easy one, but James Clayton asked for help. Frank Urilli's out at shortstop, and he said safe. And Mateo just threw his hands up in the air. That was not good.
Well, usually I advocate always asking for help if you're not sure, but that was one that really should not have needed it.
Here's the 2-0, and a swing and a miss. Fans saying, are you going to ask for help on that one? A half swing on a cutter that fooled him. Just like the previous one, it should be 1-2. The 2-1 pitch, and a swing, and he just scraped it foul behind the plate. 3 defensive swings from Bell against Mateo Cutters, and now a 2-2 count. Even though they only saw 2 of the swings. Here's the stretch from Mateo. He fires, and a swing and a fly ball, shallow left, near the line. Verona hustling on the move. He goes into a slide and makes a great grab. Fires it all the way from left to first base, and Clevenger just got back. Oh my, what a play from Verona in left field. He had to cover a ton of ground, went into a slide by the line, and made an awkward backhanded grab look smooth and easy, and then he popped up and threw a dart and almost doubled him off.
Well, he has really shown off his arm as of late. That was a one-hop throw from about 250 feet away, and it was on the money too. He also had that play at the plate where he nearly threw out Pacioli on the sac fly from Guzman 2 nights ago.
Here's a foul left side, out of play from Zawadzki. Yeah, he was a Gold Glover in Cuba, but didn't know about the arm until seeing it. The 0-1, and there's a called strike. Right down the chute. Zawadzki in his 4th game back with Lancaster, he's 2 for 9 overall, including Sugarland hitting .241 for the year. Lefty hitter. 0-2, and in the dirt and worn by Cruz neatly right off the chest protector. It was a textbook block. Zawadzki hurt much of the year, lower body injury in May. Trying to hustle out an extra base in Sugarland. The Revs were there. Basically not played for 3 months and reacquired by Lancaster just this past week. 1-2, and it misses high and outside. He's had some great years in Lancaster. 4th year with them. He led the league in home runs 2 years ago with 20. Part of their championship team the year before that. The 2-2, and he swings, loops it, shallow center, Spoon hustling in, runs it down. And some outstanding D from the Revs outfield this inning. Witherspoon on his dead sprint, straight in, able to get there in time, running down that bloop. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 2nd, still scoreless.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Planting a tree? Putting in a mailbox? Whatever your project, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
This is Houghton Buchanan. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Rebs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We head to the bottom of the second here tonight. Some terrific outfield defense from the Revs in that top of the second inning. It'll be Cruz, Verona, and Dent to the plate here in the bottom half.
Well, we talked about that outfield all year, Darryl. The speed mostly in terms of if there's a ball in the air, they're going to have a chance, but how about the arms? Seeing Harris gunned down, 6 now this season. Verona, a couple near misses in the last few nights, but boy, does he have a cannon.
Clevenger was very fortunate to not be doubled off. Luis Cruz leading off. First pitch fastball is low. He's on a 6-game hitting streak, batting 542 on it. 13 for 24. Overall up to 297. Pitch is driven the other way, but this one will slice foul into the bullpen balcony and right. I spent some time out there playing skee ball during your innings last night. That would have been right there for me. I kept looking to see if one might come our way, but not while I was out there. Shirley the 1-1, and that misses high. Cruz has hit 5 home runs, 27 driven in. The lefty nods yes, the 2-1, and that's way outside. Last start that officially went in the books for Shirley, he won 6-2 against Bridgeport 11 days ago. 3-1, and he missed high, leadoff walk. Now Cruz is on board. Revs with the leadoff man on each of the first 2 innings. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
A leadoff walk to Cruz. No score in the second. Here's Verona. First pitch is up and outside. Verona in left tonight. Made that great play in the top half. He's hitting .242 with 2 homers, 26 driven in. 1-0. And a fastball just off the plate away.
We think he's made 2 great plays. The only issue is we couldn't see the first one.
That's right. Excellent point. A lot of those RBIs have come in bunches. Big games for him, the 2-0. And he chops it to short, and backing up Coronado gets rid of it to second, and the turn is just in time. Zawadzki relays to first. Coronado backing up as he read the bounce on that two-hopper at short, 6-4-3.
And Verona hit it hard. It had a lot of top spin on it. It brought it up into the midsection of Coronado, and a nice job to be able to back up, get the bare hand to the glove hand, and transfer it quickly because his weight was certainly taking him out towards left field.
Now the base is empty with 2 down. Here's Ryan Dent, who has steadily pushed the average higher and higher, now 266 with 5 home runs. First pitch is off the plate away. He's driven in 40. Hitting up around 400 the last week and a half. 1-0. And that misses high and away. Shirley is leaving the ball up when he misses. Hopefully something the Revs can take advantage of as the night goes along. There's the 2-0. And he missed away. He was injured early in the year. He has gotten stronger. 3 of his last 4 outings, quality starts. Had a complete game loss against Southern Maryland at the end of July. He deals, and there's a fastball strike. Former Astros farmhand who had been at AAA the last 3 years. 3-1, and a called strike on the outer edge. Dent had taken a step toward first. Now, full count, base is empty, 2 outs. Shirley with the pitch, and it's beaten foul behind the plate. Dent able to fight that one off. Might have glanced off his back foot as he walks that one off. Shirley at Double-A Corpus Christi in 2014, 7-3 with a 1.88 ERA. And like we said, it got to AAA beginning that year for 3 straight years. That's where he peaked. Might have been Talbot Nash's teammate at Corpus Christi, come to think of it. Boy, hopefully they survive this week. There's the wind, the 3-2, and a swing and a rip at short. Coronado sticks with it, and the long throw will get him. Little snow cone as he came up with it, but hangs on. I did see on Twitter, Corpus Christi tweeted photos of their stadium. Only minor damage, but that is a major threat here this week. We go to the 3rd inning. Revs and Barnstormers scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League. Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sport Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We move along to the 3rd inning tonight. WOYK's own Brett Petrick going up against Cody Bird from the Revs sales team in the Bubble Balls. And, well, Brett ended up upside down a couple of times. Here's Anderson De La Rosa, who jumps back, a pitch down and in from Mateo to start the inning.
Good send-off for Cody on his last day.
This is the last day?
It is.
Wow. Wore his Fletcher Cox jersey for youth football night. Here's the 1-0, and it misses up and in. De La Rosa hitting .245, 3 home runs, 35 driven in. 2-0, and it cuts over the outside corner, a called strike. 9-1-2 for the Barnstormers here in this third inning. Mateo sets, delivers, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. 2-2. Mateo, who looks like he could pitch while sitting in a rocking chair, just easy, effortless delivery. The 2-2. And in the dirt, did he go? It ricochets to the backstop. No swing is the call. And it'll be a full count. There was no call for a while. And he held up, otherwise would have had a chance to reach.
Telvin Nash questioning the call of Bill Reuter, and Lastings Millage coaching first, telling him, go back, play the field.
It's the payoff pitch, and a swing and a pop foul, back and out of play. A little bit more jovial than Luke Irvin, who hollered at Mace for coming out the other night to argue the caught stealing. Another 3-2, and a pop-up straight up. Cruz behind the plate. He'll wait, now toss the mask, drifting back, and he's got it. Halfway over toward the right corner of the screen. And one down here in the top of the third. Mace said that was a first for him to be yelled at by an opposing player. Some of his teammates were basically saying, what are you doing? And I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but he was out of the game right after that. Here is Bo Amaral at the top of the order for Lancaster. He singled in the first inning. Pitch from Mateo, a fastball, a little low. Amaral last night, his second straight 3-hit game. Two of those 3 were part of the late rallies. The 1-0, and a breaking ball hooks down and in. Late break took it right out of the strike zone, apparently. Bo Amaral, the son of Major League vet Rich Amaral. The 2-0, and a fastball inside corner for a strike. Played at UCLA, then in the Red system. It was at AAA Louisville earlier this year. There's the 2-1, and he tries to bunt his way on, pops it up, Cruz to the right of the plate, goes into a slide and makes the grab. Another great play from the Revs defense. Got out of his squat and was at full speed in an instant and went into a slide, and with the glove fully stretched in front of his body, got there.
And I think the most impressive part of that play was not the sliding catch, but finding the ball. That's so tough for a catcher to toss the mask and know exactly where that is. And that route had to be perfect for him to get there in time.
Full extension with the glove on the slide. Here's Garrett Weber, and lays off a slider away. 2 outs, nobody on, no score here in the third. Weber, who hit into a double play in the first. There's the 1-0, and he lines it over second, a base hit to right center field. Witherspoon will toss it back in, almost the exact place where his game-winning hit in the 10th landed last night. Now a 2-out base runner. It's the Barnstormers' 4th hit. And Cole Garner will dig in. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Etline Foods, and D's Nuts. Garner, who doubled in the first inning. Lights about halfway on. Pitched for Mateo, grounded toward third. Diving play, Simpson to the backhand. A long throw, and he overshot Nash. It stays in play, and Weber was at second. He'll go to third. What a great play to get there. Full stretch to the backhand right by the line. But when he got up, trying to strengthen that throw across, he airmailed it. And Nash backing up into foul territory, avoided a collision but couldn't save it. It does stay in play, but it's an infield hit and a throwing error. Maybe he saved a run, though. If that ball gets into the corner, who knows what happens.
He may have, but that's a situation, and obviously a nitpicky comment on a great play, but if you're going to miss, you have to miss low and give your first baseman a chance. He almost laid Nash out to dry with Garner coming down the line.
And now Cruz, a run-saving block, sliding to his right on ball 1 to Sean Halton. First and third with 2 outs. Mateo had retired 5 in a row. The first 2 this inning didn't even get into fair territory, but now a single and an infield single. There's the 1-0, and it's grounded foul, got in on him. He bounces it down at the end of the Lancaster dugout. Halton fouled out on a play that Verona caught in the left field corner, ending the first inning, which left a runner at second. Mateo trying to keep it scoreless here in the early stages. The 1-1, and a changeup just missed, down and away. Vic looking skyward, a little bit frustrated as he didn't get it. 2 balls and a strike. By the way, the War of the Roses lead now 8-6 for York. There's the 2-1, and a fastball just missed again, down low. The problem there might have been Cruz was set up in and had to reach and was unable to frame it, but it didn't miss by much. And the frustration on the Revs side growing a bit, at least in the crowd and between pitcher and catcher.
And you get the sense that James Clayton behind the plate is judging the pitch by where it ends up as opposed to where it crosses the plate. Mateo gets a lot of late movement on his pitches, so it's been a bit of a disservice to him in the early going.
So now a 3-1 count to a lethal hitter. Pitch, and he lines a base hit to left, 1-0 Lancaster. Cruz kicks the bat out of the way, perhaps in frustration as much as anything, and Weber in to score. 3 straight 2-out hits in the inning. Lancaster has struck first, and Sean Halton with his league-leading 82nd run driven in. Well, almost impossible for us to see whether or not it's low from here. I know Mateo was frustrated. Here's Steve Clevenger, and a fastball just outside. That didn't miss by much. And against Halton, 2-2 is a lot different than 3-1, which is what it ended up being. Clevenger, an infield hit his first time. Pitch is a backdoor slider, and he got the strike on this one. This is the K-man tonight. Mateo the stretch. 1-1. And a rip right side, and Casillas sprawls out, knocks it down, and from his knees he throws to first to end the inning. Alexi laying out on a hot shot one-hopper, and he had it in the pocket, kept it right by his knees as he pivoted and made the throw to first. Great play, another one to end the inning and prevent any further damage. But Lancaster strikes first, a run, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left, 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the third.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
From Manny Brothers, almost famous, always a favorite. From Manny Brothers, almost famous sandwiches served on Italian bread. Your choice of meat piled high with cheese, fresh cut fries, coleslaw, and tomato. Every day is happy hour with half price on draft, bottles, and liquors. Tuesday and Thursdays, it's Primanti Pizza Feast wings and salad for under $20. We'll keep the wings flying with 59-cent wings all day Sunday and boneless wings all day Monday. Primanti Brothers, 2151 South Queen Street. Almost famous, always a favorite.
It appears both sides have made their arguments and deliberations have concluded. Now, it's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it looks as though they're about to render their decision. Hang on. That's it. OJ is free with the purchase of a dozen maple donuts. A dozen vanilla sprinkles for me, please. Again, this just in, OJ is free with the purchase of a dozen maple donuts. And as always, every dozen is a baker's dozen in a big white box with orange maple donut lettering. How's that for memorabilia?
Maple donuts taste right.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Go to the bottom of the third inning. Mace will be adding pitching coach to his role for the rest of the night. Fletch has been tossed between innings, and he was in the face of, well, the plate ump and first base initially, and then Frank Urilli, the crew chief, came in from third to try to end it. So then he was in the face of all three. And after he got ejected, he took the ball bag and chucked it out toward the field, and it turned over and over through the air, and a couple of balls came out. It was a majestic flight for the ball bag through the air. Gave it a real good toss. Here's Chase Simpson, who takes down low. Well, you know what? They might have needed to hear that tonight. Simpson bats from the right. Here's the 1-0. And a fastball over the outside corner for a strike. You mentioned, Matt, everything Mateo throws moves, and I'm not sure that they're staying with it.
Even that backdoor cutter he got a called strike on to end the frame, I think was outside, but it finished over the plate, and he got the strike call.
Pitch to Simpson is high, 2-1. Well, a couple of those close ones, the Revs may be feeling like that led to a Lancaster run, and it maybe should still be scoreless, but it's 1-0 Lancaster. Here's the 2-1, and a swing and a foul back and out of play. Wonder if Fletch is going to get a head start on his fantasy draft board. The rest of his evening opened up all of a sudden.
The strategy that goes into when to argue.
Shirley the 2-2, and a swing at a high drive left field. It backs Halton up onto the track, feeling for the wall, and he's got room. Just in front of the manual scoreboard, Sean Halton makes the grab. Chase Simpson just missed. And there have been a lot of those, not just him, but across the board here these last few nights. And Nash, I was convinced, with his strength last night when it went up, first time I've ever been wrong. Here's Travis Witherspoon. Witherspoon at 271 with 6 homers. He just missed one last night, which would have blown it open in the 8th. And he shows bunt. Shirley misses low on a 12-6 hook. Does deliver it pretty much straight overhand. Last year, briefly, Shirley was in the Tigers system. There's the 1-0. And a swing and a dribbler foul over by the third base dugout.
And again, we touched on his mechanics earlier, but it's really kind of amazing that he's able to throw 87, 88, because his front side is so far out in front of his arm, he doesn't really have a lot of weight behind it.
There's the 1-1, and a fastball called strike down in the zone. He's from Western PA, 6'5" lefty from Oakland, PA, now lives in North Huntington. In college, went to Xavier in Cincinnati. The 1-2, and a missed off the plate away. 1-0 Lancaster here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. On the wind, the 2-2, and a ground ball skimming to second, right to Zawadzki. He'll toss over to first for the second out. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, Revs are among the most banged up they've been all year. Carlos Trienfeld with that wrist still bothering him. Luke Westfall was deactivated yesterday, some soreness. He will throw off the mound tomorrow. And some other bumps and bruises along the way that have been impactful at times here in this recent stretch. It's been a long stretch. Revs a week to go before the next off day. Here's Alonso, and Shirley misses up high. Harris singled in the first inning, but they were unable to advance him. Now a shake off, a nod yes. The 1-0, and it's beaten foul right at the plate. Big swing, and he just tapped it up off his own leg. It might have hit his foot first on the way down. He needs a moment to squat and shake it off. For Lancaster, Lasting's Millage on the DL, a broken thumb, and just got Coronado back after a couple of days. Trayvon Robinson banged up, not in there tonight. A long look for Shirley, finally gets his sign, the 1-1, and a rip left side. Coronado into a slide, has it on a hop, throws to first to end the inning. Maybe didn't need to slide, but he got down low to get a good look at it. Backhanded the one hopper, and it's a 1-2-3 third inning. We'll go to the 4th, and Shirley now has faced the minimum since Harris's leadoff single in the 1st. Matt with the play-by-play in the 4th, Lancaster with a 1-0 lead.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sauble's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, 1-0. Barnstormers out in front here as we head to the fourth. Nate Coronado, Josh Bell, Lance Zawatsky. 6, 7, and 8 in the order, facing Victor Mateo. Mateo ready in the first pitch. Fastball missing a little high. Actually a changeup there as Victor misses with ball one. Coronado a strikeout victim in the second inning. The only one so far for Mateo, the 1-0, swing and a miss. Slider that time down and away, and Coronado out in front. Coming back from a concussion, they were unsure if he would be able to play last night. Thought about adding him to the lineup, but then decided to give him another day. And the fastball from Mateo off the plate away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coronado riding a 5-game hitting streak. Over that streak, 9 for 19. Couple of home runs. The 2-1 pitch, that one just off the inside edge. Arm side run brought it off the plate, and it's 3-1. Infield back, outfield a shade to pull. And the 3-1 upstairs, ball 4 to leadoff walk. First free pass issued by Mateo. And Coronado, a leadoff man on for the Barnstormers here in the fourth. That'll bring up Josh Bell. Bell, a switch hitter, will bat from the left side against Mateo. Revs outfield plays him deep into the pull side. Mateo's first pitch, a big swing and a miss. 84-mile-an-hour cutter, and it was where Bell was looking for it, up high, but he came up empty. No balls and 1 strike. Coronado off of first. And the pitch from Mateo, that one down and in. Count even at a ball and a strike. Mentioned Josh Bell, the solo home run last night, his second here in York. And that first home run of the 2 RBIs he had last night. The 1-1 runner goes up and in. The throw down to second. It's wide to the second base side off the glove of Dent. Coronado will stay put out there at second base as Witherspoon hustles in to collect, and it looks like Coronado might be shaken up. The athletic trainer, Jared Binner, for the Barnstormers out there hustling. Ross Peoples coming out as well. Coronado hunched over on a knee out there at second. He's going to now sit down on the base. Couldn't tell anything initially going in. Certainly seems in discomfort. I wonder if his leg got caught under him on the slide. It certainly looks like a leg injury. They're looking at his right knee. He's sitting right on top of the second base bag as he gets that right leg examined. I started to say Josh Bell last night with that home run in the second inning. picking up his 100th career RBI. Coronado still being looked at. He's now up to his feet, walking out towards center field, trying to stretch out. Ross Peoples heading back to the third base coaching box, and now looks like Coronado good to stay out there. Two and one the count to Josh Bell. And now Mateo back on the rubber. Bell a fly out to left, his first time up. Mateo look back and the pitch. Breaking ball misses low, 3 balls and a strike. Mateo will have to work from behind here. First base is open. Power hitting switch hitter. 3-1. That's down and in, ball 4, and back-to-back walks to begin the 4th. Again, if you were just joining us, Paul Fletcher tossed an inning ago. So if there is a mound visit for Mateo, it will be Mark Mason. Fletch in between innings arguing balls and strikes with James Clayton, the home plate umpire, as Zawadzki digs in. Mateo checks the runners and comes home. First pitch off the plate away, ball 1. Fans still getting on Clayton. Balls and strikes of concern, but also that check swing that was called no swing by Bell his first time up, really what got everything started. And the ball 1 delivery way inside, 2-0. Time called now, and Luis Cruz going to go out to the mound and talk things over with Mateo. He was around the strike zone a lot in the early going, gave up 6 hits in the first 3 innings. But now falling behind the first 3 hitters here in the 4th. On the York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Southern Maryland hosting Sugarland for a doubleheader tonight and 1-game final. It's the Blue Crabs 3 and the Skeeters 2, an extra inning, 8-inning game in the opener. 2 of them will play again starting right about now. 3 other games will get you caught up on in addition to that. 2-0 the count on Zawadzki, 2 on. And the pitch misses down and away, ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes. And Mateo now a ball away from walking the bases full. Elsewhere on the York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, it's the Ducks 2, New Britain nothing. That in New Britain. Somerset hosting Bridgeport. They're scoreless, bottom of the 2nd. 3-0. Mateo's offering on the way, up and away, ball 4. 3 consecutive walks to begin the 4th, and the Barnstormers have the bases loaded with nobody down. Now Mark Mason will come out and make a visit. A lot of the bullpen guys, it looks like, may have gone back to the clubhouse. Seats bearing down the right field line, but some of those guys might need to come back if Mateo can't figure it out here in the 4th. Mace out there with Mateo and Cruz. The rest of the infield stays put. Harris and Witherspoon getting together out there in right center field. Mateo, not a guy who walks many hitters, guy who pitches to contact, and all of a sudden here in the 4th seems to have lost the strike zone. 3 straight walks to begin the frame. It's now the 9th place hitter, Anderson De La Rosa. Bases loaded, nobody down. Coronado at 3rd, Bell at 2nd, Zawadzki at 1st. Mateo leaning in for a sign. He's ready. Drops the hands and now steps away. Right after the visit, Mateo and Cruz struggling to get straight on signs. Now Mateo ready. Set up inside and the first pitch. Fastball low, ball 1. Top of the order and Bo Amaral waiting on deck. One ball and no strikes to De La Rosa. Mateo the kick and the pitch. Fastball hit towards center field. It's sinking and it will get down for a hit. In to score is Coronado. Bell rounding third. He will come in to score. It's a 2-run single for Anderson De La Rosa and a 3-0 Lancaster lead. Coronado stayed put at third base, waiting to see it all the way down. Bell was off and running from second, right behind him. And the first 4 have reached here in the 4th inning. Barnstormers tack on 2. Sawatsky stopped at second base on the play, so it's first and second, still nobody down. And Bo Amaral back at the top. Amaral, a 3-hit game last night. All 3 were singles. Dent playing close to second. The first pitch, Amaral bunts, he pops it up, and Cruz a diving catch. This time out in front of home plate. Luis Cruz has made 3 putouts in this game, 2 of them in spectacular fashion. And there's the first out here in the 4th. What a play by Luis Cruz. And a big out number 1. Here's Garrett Weber. Weber last night, the game-winning single to right. First pitch misses low. Change up from Mateo, 1-0. Revs looking to turn 2 here and escape the jam. 3-0 Barnstormers. Mateo will look back and the 1-0. Breaking ball outside corner for a strike. 81, a hard slider. Count even at 1-1. Weber a hit his last time up, 1 for 2. And the 1-1 down and in, ball 2. Weber now 7th in the league at batting at .306. And hitting .398 over his last 14. The 2-1 pitch, fastball at the knees. Mateo evens the count at 2-2. Weber again began the season as a 5th infielder, could play 2nd or 3rd, but not an everyday player. But as Lancaster started to get more and more players signed, Weber became a bigger and bigger piece, and then a juggernaut in the order. The 2-2 just missed outside, a close one. 77 just off the outer black. Weber in that final week of the first half, 6 home runs, including a big game winner to get them to that tie-breaking game. Runners go, 3-2, swing and a miss, he got him. Both runners will move up on the strikeout. Sawatsky to third, De La Rosa trailing into second. But Mateo gets his second punch out of the night for out number 2. I'll bring up Cole Garner, 2 in scoring position, but now with 2 away. Garner already a 2-hit game, a double in the first, a single in the third. Righty against righty. Revs now will back their infield up. Outfield a step to pull. And the first pitch, fastball, splits the plate in half, strike 1. A little extra there for Mateo on that one. Already up to 77 pitches here in the fourth. Helicopter hovering overhead. As Mateo leans in, bent over at the waist, he gets his sign. The 0-1. Swing and a line drive base hit through the left side. In to score is Zawadzki, stopping at third De La Rosa. An RBI single for Cole Garner, his third hit of the day. And it's 4-0 Barnstormers here in the fourth. Garner just reached out and hooked it in between third and short. Second hit of the inning following 3 walks. Here's Sean Halton, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Halton got the scoring started with an RBI single in the third. And the first pitch, fastball down low, ball 1. Talked about the season Alonzo Harris is having, certainly in the MVP discussion. Sean Halton also right there, first in home runs, first in RBIs, second in runs scored. The 1-0 pitch, that one bounces in, pops over the head of Cruz, coming towards the plate, De La Rosa, and he will slide in safely. 5-0 Barnstormers on the wild pitch. Cole Garner moves up to second base, so he's now in scoring position with 2 away. That one looked like it either caught part of the glove of Cruz or the front of home plate, popped straight up in the air. A 4-run inning for Lancaster after the first 4 reached. 2-0 the count to Halton. Righty against righty, the kick and the pitch. Line drive, well hit left field, in front of Verona for a hit. He'll play it on 2 hops. Rounding third is Garner. He's being sent to third of the plate. The tag by Cruz, and he is out at the plate. Tyrone Verona shows off the cannon again, and this time he gets the out at home plate to end the fourth. The Revs give up 4 in the frame, but their defense very good. A diving catch by Luis Cruz coming out in front of the plate, and then Verona an outfield assist to gun down Garner and end the frame. 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 man left through 3.5 at Peoples Bank Park. It's the Barnstormers 5, the Revs nothing on 1350 WOYK.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Sunny Money, with top prizes of $5,000.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
A 4-run top of the fourth for the Barnstormers. They're out in front 5-0. The Revs will have to battle back. Casilla, Tejeda, Nash to the plate here in the home fourth. Tommy Shirley back to work at 38 pitches through 3. The lefty winds in his first pitch. Up and away, ball 1. Shirley 6'5", 225 from Oakland, Pennsylvania. Big leg kick, the over-the-top delivery, and he tried to backdoor Casilla, doesn't get the call. It's 2-0. Shirley much better against lefties than righties, so Mace has stacked the lineup with all right-handed bats. The 2-0 right there for a strike. It's 2-1. Casilla and Simpson, 2 switch hitters, along with 7 right-handed hitters against Shirley. Righties hitting .349 against him. The 2-1 off the plate away, 3 balls and a strike. Casilla with hits in 47 of 56 played this year, 7 straight. And the 3-1 fastball up and away, ball 4. Not a bad way to start the rally, a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Shirley. And the Revs have the leadoff man on for the second, or rather third time tonight. It's Harris a single in the first, Cruz walked to start the second. And after a 3-up, 3-down third, Casilla aboard to begin the fourth. That'll bring up Isaias Tejeda. Tejeda, a 9-game hitting streak. 17 for his last 39. Righty against lefty. The first pitch struck left center field. Hit well towards the wall, and it is gone! Up and over the White Rose sign. Isaias Tejeda goes yard. A line drive home run. And the Revs cut the deficit to 3. A walk and a 2-run bomb, and they are right back in it. Tejeda's 16th of the year. And a line drive shot. I thought that was going to hit the wall. It just cleared. Extends his hitting streak to 10 in a row. And he's now hit safely in 34 of his last 39. Here's Telvin Nash. Nash last night going back-to-back with Burgess. The first pitch down and away, ball 1. It was the second time this season that the Revs had gone back-to-back with the long ball. The first time June 30th against the Skeeters. Harris and Tejeda going back-to-back. And the pitch to Nash bounces in. James Clayton behind the plate lost his face mask trying to make sure that the ball did not get him. 2 balls and no strikes. Shirley, the lefty, working from the wind. Gets his sign, says yes. Kicks and fires. And the pitch outside, ball 3. (3-0) to Telvin Nash. Following a walk to Casilla and a home run to Tejeda. So 3-0 from Shirley. Up and away, ball 4, and Nash aboard. So it looked like Mateo lost the strike zone in the top half of the frame. He walked the first 3. For Shirley, a walk, a bomb, and a walk, and here comes Scott Patterson. Luis Cruz is next. Infield comes in to join the discussion. Looks like Patterson pretty animated discussing mechanics. Reached his left arm out to show Shirley what he is doing or not doing. Consistently missing arm side here in the 4th. Patterson now heading back to the third base side dugout. Luis Cruz coming to the plate. Cruz a 6-game hitting streak. Walked his first time up, but Cruz over that streak, 13 for 24. 542 average. And 5 of the 6 games were multi-hit games for Cruz. Righty against lefty, the first pitch, and it just missed, ball 1. Breaking ball. Shirley trying to get one over, and he misses outside and low. 5-2, Lancaster on top. Revs 2 runs in, and the 1-0, that one's inside, ball 2. 6 straight out of the strike zone following the home run ball. And Cruz likely taking until he sees one over. The pitch from Shirley. Ground ball left side, fielded by Weber at third. He'll go to second for 1. The return throw to first. Just in time, a double play. Cruz not taking the strike, swinging away after 6 straight balls. And he grounds into a 5-4-3 double play. 2 men gone, bases empty. That'll bring up Verona. Verona ground ball double play, his first time up. Shirley now with the bases empty. Kicks and fires. First pitch, breaking ball, down and away. Ball 1. Jared Gaynor up and throwing for the Revs. See what kind of leeway they give Mateo if they do send him back out there. The 1-0. Slowly hit left side, charging in is Weber. The bare hand, he cannot pick it up. Took his head off the ball, trying to look at Verona running down the line. An infield single keeps the 4th inning alive. Two walks and now 2 hits in the frame. Now here comes Ryan Dent. Dent, another guy who's been hot. 13 for his last 33. 394 average over his last 9 games. And Shirley's first pitch, that one down and in, ball 1. Lancaster with a run in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. The Revs answering with 2 here in their home 4th. Shirley sets, and the pitch to Dent. Down low, 2-0 the count. That was pitch number 55 for Shirley, and he started the inning at 38. Verona at first, 2 men gone. 2-0 the count, the kick and the pitch. And Dent hits it sharply towards the hole at shortstop. Fielding it is Coronado. He'll go the short way to second. Throws off balance, but on the money to Zawadzki. And the fielder's choice will end the frame. But the Revs get 2 back on the 2-run home run by Isaias Tejeda. 2 hits and 1 man left. Through 4 complete at Peoples Bank Park, it's 5-2 Stormers on 1350 WOYK.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with the friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA home insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA home insurance to AAA auto insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA home insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, we were wondering the leash that Mateo would get, and in fact, no leash at all. Revs, after getting 2 back, turned to Jared Gaynor on the Maple Donuts pitching change. Gaynor being used here in back-to-back nights. Last night behind Jay Goss, a scoreless 6th inning, but a fly out, a ground out, and another ground out. 1, 2, 3. He'll now face Clevenger, Coronado, and Bell. 5, 6, and 7 here in the 5th. Lefty-righty switch as Clevenger stands in. 1 for 2, he's hit it hard both times. And the first pitch, that's a strike outside corner, 0-1. Gaynor making his 11th appearance for the Revs. A record of 1-0, an ERA of 2.89. He kicks and fires. That one bounces in. Cruz tried to scoop it. He knocks it out in front of home plate. 1-1 the count. Gaynor on the season, 9 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. Walked 3 and struck out 6. Lefty kicks and fires, and that's off the plate away. 2 balls and a strike to Clevenger. Clevenger's been hot. 2 hits, 2 walks in the game last night. And the 2-1 hit right back up the middle, just missed Gaynor. And it's on into center field for a hit. Hit it right back up the box, sharply struck. And Clevenger with back-to-back 2-hit games on base to begin the 5th. Tenth hit already for Lancaster. Mateo gave up 9. Final line for Vic. 4 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Walked 3 and struck out 2. Here's Coronado, open stance from the right side. And the pitch from Gaynor, hit back up the middle again. This time it gets his leg. Gaynor chasing it towards the third base line, pounces on it, and has no play. Pumped to throw to first, but wisely hung on to the ball with Coronado hustling down the line. And 2 hits, 1 just missed Gaynor, and the other got him on the back of the leg. Looks like he's okay to stay out there. Back-to-back singles for the Barnstormers to begin the 5th. So here's Josh Bell. Bell now turning around to hit from the right-hand side. 2 on, nobody down. Gaynor sets at the letters. Looks back, and the pitch to Bell. He bunts it just to the left of the mound. Gaynor off the field, picks it up, fires to first, and Telvin Nash just hung onto the base. Stretching towards the home plate side. Sacrifice successful from Bell for out number 1. Somewhat surprised to see him lay one down there. Now Nash will walk the baseball back to the mound. Luis Cruz will meet Gaynor there. Might want to change the signs up with the runner out there at second base. Both men advance. Clevenger to third, Coronado to second. On the sacrifice, right back to Gaynor on the hill. Here's Zawatsky. 8th place hitting, second baseman. Last night started at shortstop, but now with Coronado back, slides over to second base. Lefty against lefty, Gaynor leans in. Infield halfway, Dent more up than Casilla. And the first pitch, swinging a bouncer, foul up the first base side. Just after 6 o'clock, we will pause for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Cruz and Gaynor again getting together halfway between the mound and home plate, trying to get straight on signs out there with two men in scoring position. Clevenger at third, Coronado the man at second. And Lancaster threatening to respond after the Revs cut the deficit from 5-0 to 5-2 with a Tejeda 2-run home run to left center field in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Zawadzki, the 0-1. Up and away, breaking ball, didn't get the snap downward on it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zawadzki, a fly out to center field, a walk and a run scored. Gaynor sets and the pitch. Line drive, foul down the line and right. Zawadzki out in front, 79, an off-speed pitch there from Gaynor. And he's ahead, 1-2. Again, the Revs bring their infield halfway. The kick and the 1-2. That one just outside, in and out of the glove of Cruz, who kind of got handcuffed on it. Wasn't sure whether to backhand or forehand. But no damage done, just a step or two away from him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield playing, Zawadzki a step to pull. Gaynor ready, and the 2-2 offering. Popped up foul and out of play, left side. A couple of foul balls there from Zawadzki, and it was really the foul balls that were so deadly for the Barnstormers last night. Halton with a extended at bat before he tied the game. And in the late innings, really made the Revs relievers throw a lot of pitches. The 2-2 hit in the air. Well struck down the line and right. Turning is Harris towards the corner. It is no signal yet. Foul. James Clayton, the home plate umpire, didn't realize it was his call. And it was a delayed call. And he said it was foul. Ross Peoples can't believe it. He thought it was a home run. Everyone trotting around the bases. And Clayton, the home plate umpire, had the call with Bill Reuter, the first base ump, out there in the field with runners at second and third. Peoples talking over with Clayton. Bill Reuter coming in to join the conversation. Zawadzki, the hitter, certainly not happy with it. Revs pitching coach Paul Fletcher's already been tossed in this one. And the conversation continues just on the fair side of the third base line. And now the umpires are going to get together. The Revs crowd not liking that. Personally, I thought it was fair, but awfully close down the line. Into the picnic area, the fans up there pointing foul. Umpires getting together in between the mound and third base. Gaynor and Cruz out there on the mound. Zawadzki and Peoples along the third base line. This call, a big one here. It's 5-2 as it stands right now. Could be 8-2. And now Clayton gives the explanation to Ross Peoples. And it's not one that Peoples is going to like. They uphold the call of a foul ball down the right field line. And Zawadzki back to the plate with a 2-2 count. One man down, second and third, 2-2. Revs infield still up. The pitch from Gaynor, swing and a miss, strike three. And what was nearly a 3-run home run turns into a strikeout. And a big out number 2 for the Revs. That'll bring up Anderson De La Rosa, the 9th place hitter. And that will allow the Revs infield to back up. What a turn of events. Great job by Gaynor maintaining his composure while that whole conversation unfolded. Here's De La Rosa. Kick in the first pitch, down and away, ball 1. Gets away from Cruz, but not all that far. He'll toss it aside. Got to make sure you call time before you do that. Guess he did so verbally. 1-0. 2 hits to begin the inning. 1 just passed Gaynor on the mound. 1 off of him, stayed in the infield. A sacrifice from Bell, an eventual strikeout of Zawadzki. Second and third, 2 down. Gaynor kicks and the 1-0. That one catches the zone. Knees on the outside edge. A pitcher's pitch. The count even at 1-1. Gaynor now in his 3rd pro season, signed with the Revs on July 27th. Played 2 years in the American Association. Pitched in college at George Mason. The 1-1, swing and a miss. De La Rosa came up empty on a 78-mile-an-hour slider, down and out of the strike zone. And Gaynor ahead 1-2. th pitch of the inning upcoming, the 1-2. Swing and a tapper, slowly hit third base line. It's trickling towards the bag, picked up by Simpson. It's a fair ball and the run will score. An infield single gets the Barnstormers another run. It's now 6-2, and Chase did not charge that all that aggressively. I think off the bat he assumed it would be foul, and it hugged the line, stayed just over the bag, and that's where he gloved it. An infield hit for De La Rosa, and that will turn the lineup over. 6-2 as Amaral steps in. Slow hit RBI for De La Rosa. Coronado up to 3rd on the play, so it's 1st and 3rd for Amaral. Lefty against lefty. Gaynor kicks and fires, and the first pitch fastball runs inside, ball 1. Barnstormers now with 12 hits on the board. They finished last night's 10-inning game with 14. 1-0, the pitch from Gaynor. Fastball catches outer half to even the count at 1-1. Barnstormers out hitting the Revs 12-3. And outscoring them 6-0. Gaynor kicks the 1-1. Breaking ball hit up towards the middle. A diving try by Casilla, but it's by him and into center field. Coronado in to score. Stopping at second base is De La Rosa. Back-to-back RBI singles. And after the Revs answer with 2, Lancaster gets those 2 runs right back. It's 7-2 here in the 5th. Four hits in the inning. And that'll bring up Garrett Weber. Weber 1 for 3. A look back from Gaynor and the pitch. Fastball runs back over the inner half. Strike 1. Gaynor began his college ball at South Mountain Community College in Arizona. Was pitching in summer ball on the West Coast. The 0-1 swung and missed. Changeup sinking below the bat of Weber. Gaynor ahead 0-2. And he still, after his second year of college, had not committed and finally was recommended to the George Mason coaches across the country. Pitch bounces in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Summer ball paid off for Gaynor, got that offer to Mason, and now pitching professionally here in York. Revs play Weber to pull. 2 runs home, 1-2 the count. Pitch from Gaynor, check swing, and he went around. Strike 3. James Clayton doesn't need help this time, and Gaynor with 2 strikeouts in the frame gets out of it. But he does allow 2 on 4 hits. The Barnstormers get their 2 runs right back. It's 7-2, halfway home at the bank on 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Well, it's a 5-run deficit for the Revs again. Barnstormers answering it 2 in the top half of the 5th. It'll be 8-9 and 1 for York here. Simpson, Witherspoon, and Harris coming to bat in the home 5th against Tommy Shirley. Simpson 0 for 1, a fly out to left field. It was well hit all the way to the warning track, but just didn't have the carry. Halton fielding for the wall, made the catch. And Chase back up there for the 2nd time tonight. Shirley ready, kicks and fires in the first pitch, fastball over the outer half for strike 1. Simpson has certainly swung the bat better of late. 2 nights ago, the walk-off single down the right field line to cap a 4-game sweep of the Patriots. Last night, a big RBI single, an add-on run at the time. The 0-1, that one over the outside corner again. Shirley got the call middle away, expanding the zone and getting ahead 0-2. Righty against lefty with Simpson, the switch hitter at the plate. And the 0-2 swinging a foul straight down at the plate. He just got a piece to stay alive. Simpson, we talked about, also playing a terrific third base for the Revs. Tonight, his first error in 17 games, but it was a valiant effort, a diving stop way back of the bag. He had to make a long throw and threw it high. The 0-2 again, up and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it was a play where you could tell he knew he had to get a little extra on it and just released it early. And if he bounces it, maybe Nash has a play. Set up inside the 1-2. Chase watches one at the letters high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Revs as a team, we've mentioned the individuals who have hit the ball well of late, riding hitting streaks and whatnot, but the Revs as a team, 305 over their last 10 as Simpson takes up and away And the count now full 3-2. And York over their last 5 games, a .344 average as a club. Picked up their first 4-game sweep of the season earlier in the week, 4 straight over Somerset. And the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball right there. Simpson swung over the top. And he set done on strikes. And that's the first strikeout victim for Tommy Shirley.
Now the Revs had an answer right away in the 4th inning when he walked the leadoff man after his team had scored 4. Flirted with doing that here right after his team scored 2, but at least for now stays ahead of the game with that strikeout.
Went 0-2 to 3-2, but did get the K. Here's Witherspoon, and he takes a first pitch fastball down and in. The Revs have lefty Chase Hutchinson up and throwing. Shirley winds the 1-0. That one's in for a strike. Witherspoon a look back on a pitch that he felt was in tight. Shirley now in his 8th pro season, his first here as a Barnstormer. 9th round pick by the Astros in 2010. The 1-1, that one off the plate away. 2 balls and a strike. He was with the Astros organization until midway through last year when he was released and signed by the Tigers. The 2-1 popped him up, center field, drifting to his left, Amaral, and in the gap, reaches up to glove it for out number 2. Back to the top of the order now, and Alonzo Harris. Harris 1 for 2, led off the first with a single, was left stranded. Then a ground ball to short in the 3rd. Righty against lefty as Harris stands in. And the first pitch taking all the way, it just missed up and away, ball 1.
And he was taking, but as that pitch was being thrown, he turned and looked toward 3rd to see where they are.
The 1-0, swinging a hard ground ball foul up the 3rd baseline. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shirley's best season came in 2014 at Corpus Christi. 7-3 his record, a 1.88 ERA, a midseason and a postseason All-Star. The 1-1, that one misses inside to Harris, 2 balls and a strike. Pitched collegiately at Xavier, and his junior season struck out 98 to just 25 walks. The 2-1, Harris rolls over that one, fouls it off towards the 3rd base side Barnstormer dugout. Right onto the top step. Now deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 7-2 Barnstormers, home half of the 5th. The kick and the pitch to Harris, way outside. Shirley let that one go early. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shirley averaging just over 4 runs of support a game this season, well over that tonight. And the payoff pitch popped him up back of home plate. De La Rosa has a look, but it's back and just over our heads. You can hear it land. Count holds at 3-2.
I can't believe, I mean, I know there's 2 strikes now, but Weber's all the way back almost at the outfield grass, which is where he was before there were 2 strikes. With Harris's speed, maybe something he can take advantage of later in the game.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The kick and the payoff pitch. High fly ball, pretty well hit left field. Going back, Halton onto the warning track, and he gets there and puts it away to retire the side. Another ball that just doesn't have the carry here as the weather cools off at the end of August. And the Revs set down in order, 1, 2, 3. We head to the 6th, 7-2, Barnstormers ahead on 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $30,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Labs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs go back to the bullpen here to begin the 6th. The Maple Donuts pitching change. Houghton Buchanan comes on. He'll face 3, 4, and 5. Heart of the order for Lancaster. Cole Garner, Sean Halton, Steve Clevenger. And the Barnstormers ahead 7-2. Buchanan working for the first time in this homestand. He threw a scoreless inning against Sugar Land in the finale on Sunday. Allowed a walk, but nothing else. But that's been the issue for him this year. The walk numbers a bit higher than the Revs would like. 28 walks to 25 strikeouts in 31 innings for Buchanan. Garner will lead it off. A 3-hit game. And the first pitch, fastball, check swing on a pitch inside and no swing, says Bill Reuter, 1-0. Buchanan overall making his 33rd appearance. A 2-2 record, a .348 earned run average. The big late kick, the 1-0. High fly down the right field line and foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lancaster with 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors. The Revs 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Buchanan fires 1-1, popped up foul and off to the right again, and Houghton ahead 1-2. Buchanan last season pitching in the United Shore League, same league in which the Revs later acquired Jay Goss, Jared Gaynor, Jake Ezel. The 1-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground left side, moving to his left. Simpson, he collects, he fires across wide, the slap tag, and Nash got him at first. Telvin Nash may have banged up his wrist a little bit. He hops around, but a very nice job leaving the base and swiping the tag on the back of Cole Garner for out number 1.
Yeah, you want to get that tag on and make it a glancing shot so that your wrist doesn't take the brunt of it. But you also have to make sure you get the tag on and don't miss him. It can be a very dangerous play.
1 down for Halton. The first pitch upstairs, 1-0. Last season for Buchanan in the Shore League, Struck out 44 batters in 25 2/3 innings pitched. Just dominant over there. And the 1-0, one down and away, a fastball at 89. And that was what he was working on there, modifying his delivery to get a little more oomph on the fastball. Did not allow a run in 15 of his 23 appearances last summer. 2-0 the count. The pitch to Halton, high and tight. And Sean leans back in and out of the glove of Cruz. 3 balls and no strikes. Halton digs back in. Revs infield plays him heavily to pull. The 3-0 from Buchanan. Down and away, ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So the Barnstormers now a base runner in every inning. They scored 1 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th. And Halton has been aboard in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. Here's Steve Clevenger, a 2-hit game for him as well. And the first pitch in tight with the fastball, 1-0. On the York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Up in New Britain, it's the Ducks 2, the Bees nothing. Bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 popped him up, back of 3rd. Simpson going back, a long run, and it will fall in for a hit. He swiped his glove out, trying to make a basket catch, but it was just out of his reach. A bloop single for Clevenger, and 2 men are on here in the 6th. A good pitch from Buchanan, and Clevenger just dumped it in.
And Simpson did everything right. His angle, his route was perfect. That's such a tough play, though. You can almost get dizzy looking straight up, trying to find it over your head, and you're not going to get long to look at it. He came close, did everything right to have a chance to make that play.
Here's Coronado with 2 aboard. Revs infield looks for the inning-ending double play. First pitch, fastball down and in, ball 1. Elsewhere on the York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Up in Somerset, it's the Patriots 4, the Bluefish nothing, bottom half of the 4th. Top of the 3rd in game 2 of the doubleheader between Southern Maryland and Sugar Land, and they're scoreless in Waldorf. Buchanan fires 1-0, swing and a miss. He took something off, and Coronado out in front. Here it's 7-2, Lancaster ahead. And they're threatening for more. 2 on and 1 man down. Coronado has already extended his hitting streak to 6 in a row. Buchanan drops the hands, and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed again. Coronado off balance again, and it's 1-2. Coronado, another one of those guys that the Barnstormers have added as of late. 2/3 of their lineup different from what we last saw when these teams met a month and a half ago. Cruz calls time, and now Buchanan will step away. And give Ross Peoples and his coaching staff credit. They lost a lot of guys, and they have really worked hard to replace them. 2 on, the 1-2. Swing a high fly ball, pretty well hit left center field. A long run for Witherspoon, but he will get there in the gap and make the catch. He will fire it back in quickly, and no advancement from Halton. A strike to the cutoff man, Ryan Dent, and Witherspoon continues to cover tremendous ground. Buchanan raising his glove in that direction for out number 2.
His strides are so easy. It's like he's just floating on the grass at full speed, but you know, a lot of guys, when you're at full speed, you're putting forth a lot of effort. It's not smooth, and that'll affect your eyes, and the ball will look like it's moving when you're pounding the ground trying to get to it. But he is just so effortless at full speed, gets a good look at it, makes it look easy.
Here's Josh Bell. Excuse me, swing on the first pitch, fouls it off left side. And in the same way that when you stride at the plate, you want your eyes to stay as level as possible. As an outfielder, when you run, you want the same thing. This sport's so much about vision, both offensively and defensively. The 0-1 pitch from Buchanan. Upstairs, Cruz reaching glove straight up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Barnstormers with 14 hits, 7 runs. And this season coming into play, 291 as a team with runners in scoring position. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Buchanan, a changeup there, down below the knees, and Bell swung through it. That's been his best pitch so far. Barnstormers also hitting 280 as a team with 2 men gone and runners in scoring position. That's the situation right here. Buchanan looks back, the 1-2. Backdoor breaking ball doesn't quite catch the zone. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Revs outfield deep, playing Bell to pull. Buchanan drops the hands. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Ball gets away, Cruz will collect, step inside, and fire to first to complete the strikeout. And Buchanan gets out of the jam. A walk, a hit, and 2 men left stranded. Josh Bell fooled on the breaking ball to end the frame. 5.5 through at Peoples Bank Park. It's 7-2 Barnstormers on 1350 WOYK.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Gladfelder, Anstat Communications, RG Group, RKL, Buchard Horn Incorporated. The York County Economic Alliance. Together we prosper. Visit YCEA-PA.org.
Boutique Week returns to York for the 6th straight year, kicking off with Fashion Friday on September 1st. The entire week is full of fashion and fun. Events include What the Food Trucks 2017, a luncheon at the Handsome Cab, Boutique Week Progressive Happy Hour with stops at 11 different boutiques, which alternate between food and wine. The excitement concludes with York City Boutique Week Fashion Show on September 8th. For more details on all the events and a list of participating boutiques, visit downtownyorkpa.com.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is Steven Janis. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back here at the bank, home half of the 6th, Alexi Casilla will start off the frame. And a first pitch, backdoor cutter in there for strike 1. Tommy Shirley back to work. His team up 7-2. Casilla batting from the right side, the switch hitter. And a swing and a miss. He was fooled and he was late. Breaking ball from Shirley, ahead 0-2. Shirley at 74 pitches through 5. Allowed just 3 hits. Shirley ready, Casilla ready, and the 0-2. Breaking ball down and away, and Casilla leaning out and over the plate, watching that one all the way into De La Rosa. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thanks be to Ed and Elaine Mann, who, again, a home run before the 5th. They told us we'd get ice cream. They delivered. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. The 1-2. Backdoor just missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Casilla originally signed by the Anaheim Angels in 03 as a free agent. The 2-2, swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of De La Rosa. It got him good, and they're going to give him a moment. James Clayton going to walk the ball back to the mound. Alexi now in his 14th pro season. He was traded to the Twins for C.J. Romero in December of 2005, and that's where he made his debut. Rose through the Twin system, debuted as a call-up September 1st, 2006. His first hit came later that month. 2-2 pitch, swinging a high fly ball left field. Halton coming in, still coming, and he slides and doesn't get it. It lands off to his right-hand side. That ball off the fists of Casilla, and Halton just never got there. A third baseman by trade, not the best speed. The shortstop Coronado was going out in pursuit as well, and ended up getting almost as close as Halton. And off the bat, it appeared to be a pretty routine play. Casilla aboard now with hits in 48 of 57 as a Rev. On base for the second time tonight, and here's Tejeda, who's provided all the damage so far for York. A 2-run home run in the 4th. Casilla inching the lead, and the first pitch, swinging a foul ball straight back. Tejeda out in front of first pitch, off speed delivery from Shirley to get ahead 0-1. Tejeda now up to 70 RBIs even on the year. And now bounces one out in front of the plate. Off the mound is Shirley. He gloves and fires it to first to get Tejeda by a step. Tommy Shirley fielding his position well. Casilla up to second base on the play, and here comes Telvin Nash. Nash riding an 8-game hitting streak. 0 for 1, did reach on a walk in the 4th. Out at second on a double play ball that followed. Nash last night moving into sole possession of 8th place all time on the Revs home run chart. His 37th in 141 games. First pitch to Nash, dips below the zone, 1-0. Nash in his career with York averaging a home run every 13.7 at-bats. Just a remarkable pace. Casilla out there at second, 1 away. Shirley sets and now will step off. Nash originally a 3rd-round pick of the Astros in 2009. Later signed with the White Sox out of York, and now swings away, hits it well, straight away center field. Amaral back, turning, looking, gone! Telvin Nash with home runs in back-to-back games. And it's now 7-4. The Revs continue to fight back. Telvin Nash continues the offensive onslaught. That's his 10th home run in 27 games. RBIs 27 and 28. And now 38 home runs in his career.
These last 2 nights, the deepest part of the park, just making it look tiny.
Here's Luis Cruz, first pitch swinging, fouls it off to the right and out of play. Yesterday, just to the right of the batter's eye. Tonight, just to the left of the batter's eye. 405 feet to dead center. The 0-1 to Cruz, swinging a ground ball left side, cutting in front is the third baseman Weber. He throws on the run, and he gets Cruz for out number 2.
Good to see that wrist was okay too. He was run into on a swipe tag or sweep tag in the top half of the inning, and it would appear that shot like that wrist is okay.
Here's Verona, by the way, 38 home runs, ties Eric Patterson for 7th all-time. And the first pitch to Verona, that one's down and in, ball 1. Kevin Munson, the righty, up and throwing now for the Barnstormers. Shirley has given up 2 two-run home runs in the last 3 innings. Base is empty, 2 men down, the 1-0 to Verona. Down low, ball 2. Verona 1 for 2. An infield single his last time up. A hitter's count here, 2-0. Shirley says yes, kicks and fires, and Verona launches one high in the air, deep left center field, and that's gonna go. Back-to-back jacks, or actually a ground ball and then a home run. 2 in the inning for the Revs. Verona deposits one into the playground, and the Revs continue their fight back. It's now 7-5.
Boy, that one was beautiful. That was center cut, up in the zone, right over the plate, right on a tee for him. And he blasted it. Deep part of the yard for him as well. I saw that bounce off the net at the back of the playground area. That was a deep fly. And when you're down 5, you want to at least get some back so that you're not going late into the game still down big, and they've accomplished that, right back in it.
That's the 8th time this season that the Revs have hit 2 home runs in a single inning. Nash a 2-run home run, Verona a solo shot, 3rd home run of the game. And after a visit from pitching coach Scott Patterson, here comes Ryan Dent. We talked about the ones that just didn't have the distance out to left field. Well, Verona and Nash here did not get cheated. First pitch to Nash, backdoor for a strike. Each one of those well over 400 feet. The 0-1, breaking ball, and Dent tried to hold back, could not, fouls it off. Back towards the backstop. That was Verona's 3rd home run of the year as Nash bounces one back towards the mound. Fielding it there is Shirley, tossing on to first, and that will retire the side. But 2 home runs for the Revs in the inning, and they trim the deficit to 2. 3 hits, nobody left, and we head to the 7th. Darrell Henry will take you home when we come back. Houghton Buchanan back to the mound here on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The York Revolution are making a playoff push, and they need your help. Come out to People's Bank Park on September 16th when the Revs host the rival Lancaster Barnstormers and spin to win. That's right, the WOYK prize wheel returns with great local sponsors like your neighborhood SureSave markets. For tickets, visit YorkRevolution.com, the Apple Chevrolet ticket office, or call 717-801-HITS. Again, that's the Spin to Win prize wheel, September 16th at People's Bank Park.
York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event is on, featuring Outlander Sports starting at $18,735 or 0% financing available for up to 72 months. Right now, $2,500 off all 2017 Mitsubishi Lancers or the 2017 Outlander with standard 7-passenger seating and discounts rebates up to $4,000. York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event with a great selection and over 70 cars available. York Mitsubishi just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue in York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Sale ends 8/31.
Hi, this is United States Olympian Haley Flickener. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Well, the Revs back in it as we head to the later innings tonight, and that's exactly what they were looking to do. That is helpful. Taunton Buchanan will try to hold it at a 2-run game, 7-5. After a scoreless 6th, he's on for his second inning tonight. Lance Zawadski will lead off. And the first pitch, it's down low. 8, 9, and 1 in the order, but the bottom of the order for Lancaster has done some damage in this series. It was the bottom that Mateo lost the strike zone against in the 4th when the walks led to a 4-run inning, the 1-0, and that misses up high. Zawadski, one of those walks, he's 0 for 2 with a walk, a steal, and a run scored tonight. Revs being out hit 14-6, but getting this big home crowd back in it with those 2 homers. The pitch and a swing and a pop foul out of play, third base side. He jammed him. Looks like the band is getting ready to perform on the lawn in right center. Stretch time tonight. Fireworks here after the game tonight. Now hot and ready. The 2-1 and a foul back off the net. I've been referring to him as Houghton Schefter here lately because he's convinced that he knows who I'm taking number 1 overall in the fantasy draft tomorrow. He thinks he's got the top 5 in the mock all figured out. And he is 5th. Here's the 2-2. And a bouncer right back to him. He gloves it, running toward first. He'll underhand to Nash, and there's 1 away.
So who does he think you're taking?
David Johnson.
And who are you actually taking?
Not going to tell you.
Oh.
You'll know tomorrow at 7:30. Here's Anderson De La Rosa. Good try there, Matt Glazer. Revs have Ricardo Gomez up in the bullpen. We know people. We had steaks delivered to the booth tonight, and the boys outside on the other side of the glass are not happy. Here is Anderson De La Rosa, who takes a strike. They kind of remind me of like grizzly bears circling some meat. The 0-1, swing and a miss, fastball to the outside, and De La Rosa fans on it. He's 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs on his 2 singles. Out of the 9-hole tonight. Buchanan from the belt. The 0-2. And a swing and a pop-up. Nash at first will drift into foul ground. He is there and squeezes, backing up toward his reliever teammates seated down the line there. 2 up, 2 down for Buchanan here in the 7th. We go to the top of the order, and Bo Amaral. Buchanan caught Jacoby Jones' first pitch tonight, but man, if fans had a chance to see him throw a football pregame when they're getting their work in, he should have been throwing to Jones. Here's a pitch just missed low on Amaral, who's 2 for 4. RBI single in the 5th. 3 hits last night, 2 more tonight. It's the 1-0, and that misses upstairs. (7-5) Lancaster here in the top of the 7th. And Buchanan with the 2-0, and it just missed low. Not out of the zone by much. That one had some late movement. Took it right out of the strike zone. 3-0. And there's a strike. Pours it across. Barnstormers with bullpen activity. They did have Kevin Munson up last inning, assuming that it would be him. The pitch. And a swing and a pop-up. Casilla at second will range back, calls, and makes the grab. And a 1-2-3-7 for Houghton Buchanan. And not much contact against him in that inning. All 3 outs in the infield. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time at the bank. Revs trailing 7-5.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football previews. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
At the York County Solid Waste Authority, we know just 1 quart of motor oil can contaminate 1 million gallons of water. Recycle your motor oil at locations throughout York County. Visit www.ycswa.com for locations. Garbage is power.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
He did not want the script. He did his own, and he did it well. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Right-hander Kevin Munson is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Revs trail 7-5. It'll be Simpson, Witherspoon, and Harris coming up. A couple of home runs last inning, 3 runs in the inning to make it a 2-run game. Revs have hit 3 tonight. Shirley went 6, giving up 6 hits, 3 of those home runs. 5 runs, all earned. And he walked 3 on the night. Struck out only 1. 92 pitches, 49 strikes. And Lancaster into its bullpen, which has been pretty good. Starters have been a little leaky at times, but the bullpen has helped make up for that along with that offense. Munson 2-3, a 3.83 ERA in 50 appearances, 47 innings, 58 strikeouts, 26 walks, 43 hits, opponents hitting 247. Simpson, who's 0 for 2 on the night, will bat from the left. The Northeastern band performing during the 7th inning stretch out on the lawn. Pitch to Simpson is down low. How was your steak?
Excellent. Probably the best meal I've had in several months. And not just steak, well-rounded too.
Yeah.
Zucchini, potatoes.
Here's the 1-0. Yeah, that's outside. Big thanks to Chef Tiff upstairs.
And someone in the booth has taken the remaining amount of my steak that was on my plate.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play it off like I don't know. We're going to see how long this goes. I suspect it was Brian who was making fun of me for eating in front of him.
Pitch is just outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Well, I'm gonna let you know that Greg recently hid one of your sodas, and you never found it because you just weren't that worried about it that night. We were waiting. How long would it take you to realize? There's the 3-0 pitch, and right down the middle for a strike. Tonight, though, we got Mountain Dew from Chuck Uchev. We appreciate that. He has not been hit with any bats flying into the stands tonight either. We got ice cream from the Mans. The only thing better would be if he would provide me with fantasy football advice like he often does this time of year. There's the stretch, the 3-1, and a grounder foul, first base side. Karam's off a Revs bullpen chair and into right field. Barnstormers starters this year, an ERA of 5.28. The bullpen 3.58. Their bullpen 26-11. Their starters are 39-42. Munson the stretch, 3-2. And a backdoor hook, and it dipped low. Ball 4, leadoff walk to Chase Simpson. Here to begin the bottom of the 7th. Revs are within 2. They were down 5 at one point, 7-2. And if they are able to come back from down 5, it would match their biggest of the year. They last did it at Sugarland last Friday night. Down 5-0 and 1-6-5. Here's Witherspoon, who's 0 for 2. Pitch from Munson. He shows bunt. It's a slider for a strike as he pulled it back. And he turns and has a couple words. Maybe thought it was off the plate away.
We'll see what they do with that bunt sign. I certainly understand wanting to just get one back here, trim it to 1 with 2 more innings to get the other run across. Top of the order, due up next.
Pitch is lined to left field. Halton froze, now cuts over and makes the grab. Reaching down with the backhand, and he makes the grab on a rocket, a sinking liner hit by Travis Witherspoon. He absolutely scalded it, but lines out for out number one. Man. Wrong spot. Halton a late break on it, but able to get to it. Here's Alonzo Harris at the top of the order. 1 for 3 tonight. I think we saw who had the sticky fingers with your rare steak. Pitch to Harris is down and away. Mine was medium.
I wanted to play it off longer. I was watching him pretend to eat it and leaning forward so he couldn't see that I saw.
There's the stretch from Munson. Here's the 1-0 and a fastball called strike, 91 miles an hour. Revs trailing 7-5 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now set at the letters, the 1-1. And he tried to stop, a slider away, he did hold, just kept the hands back. Have a winner tonight on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest. Suzanne Wilding stopped by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at her convenience. Prize pack will be waiting. The 2-1. And a breaking ball strike. Harris was backing up, thinking it was in. And he stands there smarting for a moment. 2-2.
Again, it seems to be the strike zone tonight, where the ball ends up, not where it crosses.
Yeah, he thought that one bent in and off the plate on its way. Now he'll ask for time right before Munson went to lift the leg. Revs trying to take advantage of a leadoff walk. Simpson at first with 1 out. Munson, the ball dangling in the right arm dangling, holding the ball as he gets the sign. Pitch is fouled back off the top of the net. And Harris will hang in there. 2-2 it remains. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock start. Frank Gailey against Rami Lewis. The final home game in the month of August. Two, and it's in tight. Harris works it full. So we'll see if he gets something he can drive here. See if the Revs might even put Simpson in motion with a full count. He's got his lead, the stretch, the 3-2, and a breaking ball just inside. Harris raised the arms up and it stayed in. And it's ball for 2 on for Alexi Casilla. We'll pause briefly for a station ID.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Now 2 walks in the inning, and pitching coach Scott Patterson will make his way to the mound before Munson faces Casilla. Maybe we'll also buy some time as Lancaster scurries to get another reliever up and throwing. And it will be John Kuchno who got the win last night. I mentioned tomorrow, 1 o'clock, hat giveaway presented by Stanball Plumbing and Heating. It's Candyland Day, featuring a giant candy drop and the York City Little League Chopper Drop presented by People's Bank. Dollar Dog Day, courtesy of Hatfield Quality Meats as well. Tickets on sale, YorkRevolution.com, 717-801-HITS. And at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office. So 2 walks in the inning. And the Revs looking to pair those up with perhaps a big hit. Alexi Casilla will be the batter. 1 for 2 on the night, a single, a walk, 2 runs scored. Looks like the catcher De La Rosa having a chat with the plate ump James Clayton, who was marking down that visit on his lineup card. Now Simpson, the lead runner at second. Harris is the tying run at first, and Munson will step off before he comes set. Goes to the rosin bag.
And it's so important that the Revs just get one here for momentum's sake. If you're able to trim it, you have a lot of confidence, whereas if you strand runners, it's a bit deflating.
And first pitch swinging, it's popped up. Left side of the infield fly rule, and Weber almost dropped it, but cutting in front of Coronado, the shortstop, he makes a 2-hand basket grab. Casilla was out anyway. Trying to jump on the first one and drive it, and that's out number 2. And Isaiah Tejeda will come to bat. Tejeda got the offense started in the 4th inning. 1 for 3 with a laser of a 2-run homer. Just cleared the LED board in left center. Just got over the fence. A low shot, his 16th of the year. Got him to 70 RBIs for the season. 25 of those have come with 2 outs, leading the team. And looking for more here. First pitch, it's a slider for a strike. And Munson starts off ahead. Revs trail 7-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. All of the offense tonight on home runs, 3 of them. On the stretch, and the 0-1, and a slider down low. Revs have now hit 110 home runs for the year, second most, behind only Lancaster's 116. Ball and a strike. Here's the stretch, and the pitch. Down and away, fastball. Attendance tonight, 5,974, one of our biggest of the year. Almost 6,000 here on a beautiful Saturday night. Munson ready. The 2-1, breaking ball, it hit him. Glanced off the ribs. A slider that looked like it maybe even backed up, and the bases are loaded for Talvin Nash. Not a hit in the inning, but 2 walks and a hit batter have the bases full for the big fella.
And Patterson on the radio down to the bullpen asking if Kuchno is ready, and it looks like he is as Ross Peoples comes out of the third base side dugout.
And that'll be it for Munson, who only retired 2 of the 5 that he faces, and he will hope that Kuchno can leave his runners out there. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Kuchno, who got the win last night with a 1-2-3 9th inning, is on next. The Revs trail 7-5, and Nash, who blasted a 2-run shot just left of the batter's eye last inning. 1 for 2 tonight with the 2-run homer, a walk, 10th home run, and now 28 driven in 27 games played this year. Has a 9-game hitting streak. He is 0 for 1 with the bases loaded here this season. And while Kuchno gets ready, we'll take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Sugar Land and Southern Maryland playing 2 tonight, And no announcement yet on what Sugar Land will do. They were supposed to head home on Monday, but I don't see how that's going to happen. They lost the first game in 8 innings at Southern Maryland 3-2. They lead the second game 1-0 in the 5th. New Britain, who's scheduled to be at Sugar Land this week, but again, I don't see how that could be even possible. Long Island, a 3-0 win at New Britain. That game is a final, as John Brownell went 7 scoreless, allowing only 2 hits to pick up the win. He's 9-3. Somerset at home leads Bridgeport 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Revs Baseball also brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Stambaugh Plumbing and Heating. Now, Kuchno, after the win last night, 2-1 with an ERA of 3 in 18 outings, also a couple starts. 27 innings, only 22 hits. Opponents have hit just 216 off of him. Has given up 4 home runs. 8 walks, 25 strikeouts. Nash did not face him last night. And he will bat with the bases loaded. Harris at second, a single could tie this game up. Tejeda, the go-ahead run at first. Simpson, the man at third base. Here's the stretch. First pitch, a swing and a miss, a slider, and it got De La Rosa right between the legs. And he collapses down onto all fours. And their trainer, Jared Binner, comes out to do whatever he can in a situation like that. Ouch. That's not a quick recovery. At least relative to the pain that you would like to go away. It hangs with you for a little bit. Ross Peoples out there as well. First pitch, a slider, and he dropped down to block it. I don't know if it hit dirt first and came up and got him, or if he misjudged it and it hit him squarely.
And now Kuchno and Nash each get a little time to think about this huge spot in the ball game. Again, it's not just the score, but the momentum really hanging in the balance. A base hit likely ties it, and stranding 3 just so tough to overcome, being that close and not cashing in.
And De La Rosa ready to get back behind the plate. No balls, 1 strike on Nash. Revs were down 7-2. Last inning, got within 7-5. A big opportunity right here in front of them. Here's the stretch from Kuchno. The 0-1. And a swing and a line drive straight away center right at Amaral. And the inning is over. Nash with a line drive right on the nose and right at the center fielder in dead straightaway center. He took 2 steps back and he was there. No runs, no hits, and the Revs leave them loaded. We go to the 8th tonight. It's Lancaster 7, York 5.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Gladfelder, Anstat Communications, RG Group, RKL, Buchard Horn Incorporated. The York County Economic Alliance. Together we prosper. Visit YCEA-PA.org.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, you couldn't hit it much harder than Talvin Nash did. Right on the button at center field, and Amaral right there. Nash couldn't believe it. He got to first base and just lifted his helmet off with both hands and held it there above his head. Ricardo Gomez is on. Garrett Weber attacking the first pitch. A foul tip that ricochets off Cruz's mask and all the way to the backstop. Eighth inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment's best for your needs. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. Here's the 0-1, and it misses down and away. 7-5 Lancaster leading. As we go to the eighth, Buchanan with two scoreless. Gave up just a bloop hit and a walk. On the 1-1, and a slider called strike. Gomez last night, a 7-pitch 1-2-3-8, allowed a single but got a fly out and a double play. And got that game to the ninth inning. Revs on the short end so far on this night. And the 1-2, swinging a foul back over the roof. If Nash pulls it just a little bit or hits it the other way just a bit, Revs might have the lead right now. But right at Amaral, who's played a major role in this series. The 1-2 again. And a bouncing ball softly to third. Simpson will charge. He gloves on the run. Fires in time. Nicely done. One down here in the top of the eighth. Revs baseball brought to you by Hatfield, York Water Company, Brickers, Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, York Volkswagen, and Penn State York. Gomez appearing in game number 34 on his season. 3-3, 3.48 ERA. Here's Cole Garner, who has had a big night. First pitch, a swing and a foul tip to the net. Garner 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI single. Gomez, the third reliever used tonight. Didn't know about Allen tonight. Figured they would try to avoid him and Click, who's been back-to-back nights and multiple innings last night. Pitch is bounced foul, third base side. Down near the camera area, 1-2. Last night was Van Meter's second straight night as well. So far, they've been able to avoid those guys. Gomez pauses on the leg lift, fires and a foul tip, and that got Cruz on the way back as he leans down and shakes off his right hand. He says he's good. Garner asking him as the plate ump delivers a new ball to Gomez, giving Cruz some time. Shaking that right hand off. I'm surprised that one didn't bother him more so for it to potentially hit his hand that hard. Maybe it was more of his shoulder. Shaking that right hand, right arm. Gomez, another 1-2 on the way. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 91. Right by him, 2 down. And Sean Halton to the plate. I don't see anybody up in Lancaster's bullpen, so Kuchno came into a huge spot, finished the 7th. Perhaps they'll use him again in the 8th. Unless they had just gotten somebody ready and shut him down. And if he already is ready to go. Pitch to Halton. It misses up high. He's 2 for 3 tonight. League leading 82nd RBI on a single in the 3rd, which opened the scoring. Also reached on a walk. 7-5 Lancaster here in the 8th. Now the 1-0. And a breaking ball stays inside. Rebs had swept Somerset. 4-game winning streak. Their longest at home this year. 1 short of matching their longest overall. Here's the 2-0. And that's well outside. In danger of dropping the first 2, though. Here at home against Lancaster. Barnstormer win tonight. They would head into tomorrow tied for first. But the Revs will host them 3 more times to close the year. 3-0. And it's down and away, a slider. 4-pitch walk. And Halton on base for the 4th straight time. 21 games to go after tonight. So even if they don't come back, even if this series doesn't go the way they had hoped with the momentum from the Somerset series coming in, still 3 weeks left and a chance to do a lot of damage, including against Lancaster to close the year. Here is Steve Clevenger. He launches one high in the air, deep right field. Harris back, and he's got room. Makes the grab right in front of Cannonball Charlie and right. And Clevenger gave it a ride, but just kept in the yard, and the inning is over. A scoreless 8th for Gomez. No runs, hits, errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Revs still down 2. It's 7-5 Lancaster.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star. Purchase participating products. Scan your Rutter's rewards card or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438 or online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it is a 7-5 Lancaster lead. Next Friday night, our high school football coverage begins with our Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. We'll have it online at WOYK1350.com. Video included. 6:30, York Suburban at York Catholic. And next Saturday morning, the debut of Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli hosting, and Matt Present will co-host next Saturday morning following week 1 of the high school slate. Get it all started for you next weekend here on Sports Radio 1350. Big thanks to Wayne, who had done it for 14 years, and Steve Navaroli will take over this fall. Here's Luis Cruz, who leads off and takes high. John Kuchno stays in, indeed. Through 2 pitches, got Nash on that rope in the 7th. Pitch to Cruz, dribbled to shortstop. Coronado to his left, he's got it, shuffles, fires, and it's in time. 1 away. Nash, who hit a rocket, but right at center, leaving the bases loaded. Unfortunate placement. Oh, did I tell you you're co-hosting yet?
You did.
Oh, good.
Yesterday.
Okay. Here's Tyrone Verona. I'm sure you and Steve will have a great time with that. First pitch to Verona, it's a little bit high. 2 for 3, a home run in the 6th. Solo shot clobbered to left center. That is his 3rd. 2 of those on this homestand. And the next one in the dirt and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Kuchno, 6'5" righty, kick, steals. Oh, inside, Verona jumps back. Could hear him yell. He thought that one might hit him in the ribs. I'm not sure what he yelled, but it was a little too close for comfort. The 3-0, and that's over for a strike. Kuchno from Baltimore, we mentioned last night. He went to St. Paul's School in Brooklynville, Maryland, then to Ohio State. He deals. And a broken bat liner on 1 hop to short. Coronado's got it. And a long throw just in time. He had to sit back on the bounce on that 1-hopper. And Verona hustling made it close, but it's out number 2. Now the Revs down 2, down to their final 4 outs tonight. Ryan Dent, the batter, 0 for 3. Kuchno, an 18th round pick of the Pirates in 2012 out of Ohio State. He had made it to AAA with Pittsburgh, AA earlier this year. Pitch to Dent is across for a strike. 6 outings at Altoona earlier this year. Chase Simpson began his season. He's on deck, by the way. The 0-1 and a tapper foul behind the plate. Revs have Chase Hutchinson getting ready for the 9th. Kuchno started early in his career. On the wind, the kick, the 0-2, and it's down low. Dent started the hands but held back. They appeal to first base. There's the wind, the 1-2, and that runs outside. Another slider. Lancaster up 7-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. And they're also trying to get to within one game of York in this year's War of the Roses. Now the 2-2, and it's down low. Dent again. Oh, flinching, and this time rung up. On the appeal to first base, Bill Reuters said he went too far this time. And it's a 1-2-3, 8th inning. If the Revs are to do it tonight, they'll have to do it in the 9th. The position they've certainly been in a lot this past week. We go to the 9th inning. Lancaster leads 7-5.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Okay, here we go, people.
This is The Herd.
Where are you again?
With Colin Cowherd.
There's so many injuries. So instead of Carrie Underwood doing a Breeze and Tony Romo promo, which is what they're trying to do every week, NBC has cut several new, authentic, brutally frank promos. It's not much of a sales job by NBC, but we got our hands on them, and they're as honest as anything I've ever heard out of NBC. NBC fires a shot at me. That is brutal.
Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th, Chase Hutchinson comes on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Lancaster a 7-5 lead. And Hutchinson 4-3, a 1.65 ERA in 48 outings. 43 2/3 innings and only 34 hits. Opponents hitting .213. He's in for the first time since Wednesday night. A scoreless 7th inning against Somerset. Nate Coronado will lead it off. 1 for 3, an infield hit, a walk, 2 runs, a steal tonight. Here is Chase's first pitch, a swing and a bouncer foul behind the plate. The Revs in the bottom of the 9th will have Simpson, Witherspoon, Harris due up. And they do against Anthony Carter, the right-hand closer, should they choose to do so. They have 2 lefties available to pinch hit, Burgess and Mitchell, neither of whom started tonight. Hutchinson ready, the 0-1. And a bouncer right back to him. Easy hop. He gloves it nonchalantly, turns and makes the toss over to first. Like he's just playing in the backyard. 1 away here in the 9th inning.
You often talk about an outfielder not really having to move for a ball on the mound. Hutch just let that one fall right into his glove. He didn't even really move it.
Now out number 1, here is Josh Bell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, a run, a sack bunt. Now he has contributed to their cause tonight, DHing, and he will bat from the right. Hutchinson delivers, and it misses down and in. We haven't seen much of Carter, but he was lights out last night, 3rd in the league in saves with 26. Hutchinson deals, and that's down low. Carter had a couple of rough outings early, but has been very good.
But we're told it's not Carter, but Schumann who's getting warm.
A wrinkle. Here's a ground ball to short, and Dent lines it up. Gloves, sidearms to first, and got him. 2 away. Well, Schumann has also been excellent, but that is an interesting nugget passed along. Two down. Here is Lance Zawadski, who's 0 for 3 with a walk, a steal, and a run scored. Lefty against lefty. 7-5 Lancaster, 9th inning, top of the 9th. And the first pitch, a fastball down low. Cruz had to pick that one out of the dirt. Officially, Zawadski's reacquisition was as the player to be named later for Kevin Aarons from Sugarland. Zawadski, who won a ring with Sugarland last year, and with Lancaster a couple of years before that. Pitch is bounced past Hutchinson. Casilla dives, pops up, but he couldn't get it out of his glove. What an effort. It's an infield hit. He was playing the lefty to pull, and that first step was so lightning quick. And he was stretched out, full extension dive, parallel to the ground. Got there, which was impressive just to see, but he popped up so quickly, and if he could have gotten a grip, would have had a chance. Great effort. A 2-out base runner, and Anderson De La Rosa, the hitter, out of the 9-hole, 2 for 4 with 3 driven in. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball at 92. Hutchinson trying to keep York within 2 runs for their last at bat. 7-5. 0-1. And a foul back off the net. Couple of those 9th inning comebacks at Sugarland last week were down by 2, scoring 3. And Lancaster doing it last night. They've done it quite a bit here lately as well. Now these two collide, and Buck Horn's pitch, and it misses high and away, 1-2. Last night was Lancaster's 3rd final at-bat comeback in the last week, and their team record 7th of the year. The 1-2, swinging a bouncer toward 3rd and foul down to Ross Peoples, who's doing the coaching at 3rd. Earlier this year, he and Josh Bell would trade off, but he has other responsibilities for Bell now. He has to play. He was Lancaster's everyday 3rd baseman for much of last year. 1-2, swinging a ground ball, base hit through the left side of the infield. 3rd hit of the night for De La Rosa. The Barnstormers with their 16th. Back-to-back 2-out hits. Now we go to the top of the order, and Bo Amaral.
And you mentioned Bell becoming an everyday player now for the Barnstormers, and it's funny to watch them take batting practice because he throws to the first 2 rounds and then grabs his bat and Scott Patterson comes in and throws to that last group.
So a quick visit from Cruz here just to make sure they're on the same page with signs. A runner at second base now. Zawadzki there, De La Rosa at first. And Amaral, who's 2 for 5 with an RBI single back in the 5th inning. Will dig in, lefty against lefty again. And Hutchinson ready, kicks and fires, and it's a called strike. Some late movement on that. It found the inside corner at 90. Right about belt high. 7 runs, 16 hits for Lancaster, 5, 6, and 1 for York. The 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Big time hook from Chase, who jumps ahead.
He started with a cutter that initially was in on Amaral, broke back over the plate, and then pretty much the same movement, but 10 miles an hour slower, 91 to 81.
Now ready to go. 0-2, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another slider, and this one breaking away. Scoreless top of the 9th for Chase Hutchinson. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. Last chance for the Revs tonight, trailing 7-5.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sauble's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoe Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Last chance for the Revs. Bottom of the 9th. Lancaster trying to even the division standings and tie York again for first. And it's righty Scott Schumann who's the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He's been scoreless in 43 of his 52 outings this year, including in the 8th last night. He came in with a run having already scored, 2 men on, gave up 2 deep fly balls, but both were caught 2/3 of an inning. And Schumann overall 3-0, a 2.65 ERA in 52 games, 51 innings, 40 hits, opponents 217. Has allowed 2 home runs, 18 walks, 67 strikeouts in 51 innings. Going for his 2nd save all year. One for one in his save opportunities. Chase Simpson to lead off. Down 7-5. First pitch, he tries to bunt his way on and fouls it against the screen. The infield way back. And he decided to try it. My pen just broke. Schumann's only save was recently last Saturday at Long Island.
That bunt attempt pulled Weber in about 10 steps.
Pitch and a slider called to strike.
He started the at-bat all the way back on the grass. Now he'll head back there.
No sign of a bunt on that last one. Let the slider go by and we'll operate with 2 strikes. He's 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Now the 0-2 pitch. Slider, strike 3 call. As Schumann rings him up on the inside part of the plate. Simpson staring back as he walks away. 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. I'll bring up Travis Witherspoon.
And now, Reds fans, let's hear it for your center fielder, Ice Left, Travis Witherspoon.
Witherspoon 0 for 3. Carter's inning was quick last night, but not going to him. And Schumann, an impressive first out. Pitch to Witherspoon, grounded foul, third base side. He's thrown 4 pitches, all strikes. Alonzo Harris on deck. If they can piece something together, you get into the heart of the order. Schumann has his sign. The 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Fastball at 94 with cut. Schumann last year was with Bridgeport much of the year for the 2nd straight season. Finished with Long Island. Acquired late in the year for their playoff run. Got to the finals and lost to Sugar Land. He'd been in the Rays and Giants systems early in his career, making it to Double-A. To the 0-2, and he reached for it, got a piece, and chops a foul third base side. Witherspoon, he had to go full reach to touch that slider and hang in there.
He was out in front. It was only a half swing, but a nice job of controlling that bat to foul it away and have second life.
Now ready. Another 0-2, and it missed down low. Schumann this year, we mentioned the numbers, and across the board he's been excellent, certainly closer stuff. Early in his career, there were some seasons where he could not throw strikes. Now the 1-2. Swinging a bouncing ball softly to third. Witherspoon will dig. Weber charges, throws late. Infield hit. And the Revs have the base runner they needed to bring the tying run up. Witherspoon, an infield knock. And Alonzo Harris up next. Alonzo, the team leader in homers, 5th in the league with 18. 1 for 3 with a single and a walk tonight. Revs down 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. 7-5. De La Rosa jumps up, kicks the cleats together to shake some dirt loose, and gives the sign to Schumann, who's set. The first pitch, check swing, foul off the right edge of the net. Harris started to pull the trigger, realized it was a slider, almost stopped, but made contact and fouled it off. Thank goodness he didn't put that in play. That's not what he wanted. Would have been a strike, though. Schumann now ready. The 0-1 and a fastball low. In the Rays and Giants systems in 2011, 12, and 13, he had averaged 10, 12, and 16 walks per 9 innings.
Not good.
This year, he's averaging 3 walks per 9 innings. He's gotten it together. The 1-1, swing and a miss, and Harris's helmet almost flew off. A slider, and he stepped toward third, trying to pull it. It's a nasty late bite. 1-2. Probably a good chance he gets another one of those. Schumann ready. Set up away. Pitch is a fastball jammed to me. Fisted on the right side. Digging for first. The flip. It's just in time. Clevenger came off first and backhanded it and led Schumann to the bag, who got there just ahead of the speedy Alonso. And he was thinking slider. And that fastball, I can't believe the bat didn't break. That jammed him so much right off the hands. He almost turned it into an infield hit.
And a tremendous job by Schumann hustling to the base. Usually a pitcher will run towards the line and then up the line to try to give himself the angle, but Schumann knew he didn't have any time to spare and got off the mound, sprinted to first, and just beat Harris to the bag.
Revs down to their final out. Alexi Casilla, the hitter, trailing 7-5 here in the bottom of the 9th. Casilla 1 for 3, single walk, 2 runs scored. Lancaster trying to tie York for first. Here's the stretch from Schumann. And the first pitch, fastball, missed high at 96. Schumann last year in the Atlantic League at 2.92 ERA between Bridgeport and Long Island. The 0-1 and a swing and a pop-up. Left side, that's going to do it. Alexi slams the bat. Coronado from short is out, and he makes the grab. Ball game over. Barnstormers have won the first 2 and have tied the Revs again for first place. Winning tonight by a final score of 7-5. Was a 1-0 pitch, not 0-1, but Schumann gets Casilla to pop up. And for whatever reason, not Carter tonight, but Schumann records his second save of the year. And